Ninja just launched a brand new ice cream maker, the Ninja Swirl. But should you buy it or just stick with the Ninja Creamy? I've already made hundreds of pints of ice cream with my Creamy, so I had to find out. Is the Swirl faster, quieter, or easier to use? And does the soft serve, its brand new feature, actually taste better? Now, before we dive into that, let's talk about the assembly. Because in the box, it just came with the base, a drip tray, which just slides under the machine right into there. 2 of their new pint containers, which by the way, I was surprised that it comes with 16-ounce containers because the Ninja Creamy Deluxe already comes with 24, so I was kind of expecting those. And the only other piece is the attachment, which is gonna help us with the soft serve. So less than 5 minutes after the product arrives at your door, it's ready to be used. But you do have to freeze your recipes overnight ahead of time. Now, thankfully, I already prepared my favorite chocolate peanut butter protein recipe yesterday, so let's see how easy it is to use. So step number 1, it comes with the blade, which is gonna process your ice cream. You open this little lever on the top of the lid and put the blade into the bottom, then let go of the lever, and now our blade is attached onto there. Step number 2, take our pint of ice cream, obviously take the original lid off and slide it into our creamy container here. Looks like it has to go specifically this way. There we go. Step number 3, the lid goes on and you basically wanna position it so that the button right here is just behind the handle so that when you start to twist it, it clicks in easily. Now, so far, every step is exactly the same as a Ninja Creamy, so to me, it feels pretty natural. Now again, just like the Creamy, this just slides right into here with the handle facing forwards. Oh, I like that. So you can see these little levers on the side right here. It kind of slides into the little grooves on the actual container right here. This is the first difference I'm noticing so far, where the Creamy, you kind of just have to guess on the placement. And over time, as you make 10 of them, you'll get more used to it. But this is really nice because it feels like you're putting it in the right spot. Now, once it's in there, just a quick twist, and wow, that feels super, super smooth. And we're just 1 button away now from actually making the Creamy. Now, this claims to be a 13-in-1 ice cream machine, but if you count, there are definitely not 13 total buttons that you can choose between. And that's because when you click on either soft serve or scoop, it's then gonna light up all of the options that you actually have based on your choice that you want, with a couple of them overlapping, specifically ice cream and light ice cream as 2 of them. Now, apparently running it on scoop gives you a harder and denser ice cream like the Ninja Creamy does, while running it on soft serve makes it softer, of course. I already know I love the scoop texture because, like I said, I've made hundreds of Creamies, but today we're trying that soft serve texture. So after clicking soft serve, I'm gonna go with light ice cream for this one. If you're curious about which setting to use, it really all depends on the ingredients in the recipe, but their booklet that it comes with gives you a really good idea of which button to press. And here we go. Now, I really thought that the Swirl was gonna be quieter than the original Ninja Creamy, but honestly, after running this recipe, I think it might be even a little bit louder. I do think it's really cool that it shows you the number of minutes on the screen as it's going, so you know when it's gonna be done. But once again, I also don't think it was any faster than the original Ninja Creamy. I think they both take roughly the same amount of time from my experience. But now that it's finished, let's take a look at our first results. So to pull out the container, you click on this little button right here with an unlock symbol that releases it from the thing, and you just twist it back to where you started to then pull it out of the grooves. This button gets pressed next to release the lid, simply like that, and then you twist it off, and there is our first look at our first Creamy. And immediately as I'm looking at this, I can notice the significant difference in texture from the soft serve option compared to the original Creamy. It looks really light and airy inside, whereas the original Creamy and probably the scoop option here is like a thick ice cream. There's definitely a clear difference. And also with the original Creamy, you often have to respin it because the first spin has a crumbly texture, where this one clearly doesn't. It seems like it's ready to go into our soft serve. Now, before I do that, I do want to see if I can taste a difference between the original Creamy and the soft serve option on this machine. So let's go for a scoop. Now, I already eat this exact recipe like 2 or 3 times a week, and so while the difference is subtle, I can taste the slight difference that you're seeing in the texture as well. It's just a little bit lighter and quite a bit softer, again, as you would expect. But what we're really here for, can it swirl onto an ice cream cone? So to put it into this side of the machine, we just take our dispense lid that it came with, attach this on top and twist it into place. There we go. It slides into our swirl side right here pretty clearly with the tab there, and then I think you just twist it into place. Clicks into place. We pull out the drip tray from the bottom right there. This front white piece then twists open, as you can see right there, to allow the dispensing to happen. That clicks open fully. And now apparently we just pull this handle and it's gonna start dispensing. So let's line up our cone and pull the handle. I'm a little nervous for my first time. And it turns out you did need to have the machine on for it to start working, so let's try again. And yeah, you can hear it working now. I'm gonna hold it down only a little bit because I'm worried about how fast it's gonna come out. And apparently it takes about 15 seconds to start dispensing. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the blue ring in the top of the creamy container there, pulling it towards the front. And it looks like our ice cream is coming. Oh my God. It's beautiful. So I've got the smallest cones in the world, which makes dispensing onto them a little bit difficult, but I could not be more excited to try this, so I'm just gonna dive into it. Oh my God. The actual swirled texture of the ice cream just reminds me so much of an ice cream shop. It honestly makes the ice cream twice as good as just eating it with a spoon out of the original pint. I already use my Ninja Creamy every single day. This is just gonna level it up, and I'm gonna have to not use it twice a day somehow, which I don't know how I'm gonna manage. Now, once you dispense a cone, you can use this retract button right here, which is gonna pull the ice cream back into the pint container just in case you don't wanna dispense it all at the same time. Let's try that out. And you can see that blue line doing the exact opposite now. The ice cream is working backwards so that you could put this back into your freezer, which is honestly just a brilliant additional design. They really thought of everything with this one. So the flavor is clearly worth it, but what does the cleanup of the gadget look like? Now, you already saw me assemble all of the pieces together, so I'm not gonna unassemble it to show you all the pieces again, but one of the best parts about this Creamy is that every single part here that needs to be washed is dishwasher safe. And as someone who's been using the Creamy for years, I can honestly say the cleanup has never taken more than 5 minutes, which is longer than getting in your car to go to the ice cream shop. So can I justify the extra $150 to buy the Ninja Swirl instead of the Ninja Creamy? Whenever I'm not at home and I go to an ice cream shop, 100% of the time, exclusively, I get it in a cone because the cone is probably my favorite part of eating ice cream. It gets all the flavor with it. And while you could use the original Creamy to then scoop it into a cone, it's not the same texture. It's not nearly light enough to get the swirl that you're getting out of the Ninja Swirl. If you just like ice cream and you're trying to eat it more, especially healthy recipes or anything like that, I think the Ninja Creamy is a great entrance into this world. If you're ice cream obsessed like I am, then I would recommend the Ninja Swirl because I want my ice cream to be as good as possible. Whichever one you buy, you're gonna need delicious and easy recipes. I've already got you. I have an entire playlist dedicated just to that with protein recipes, 1-ingredient recipes, and more of the best Ninja Creamy recipes you can possibly find. And all that is right here.